welcome back, compas and comrades. This is Jawettle, and this is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. We are fighting the Pupa machine, unmanned AI, and we're gonna go ahead and try to take it down, man. That's the plan anyway. I thought about dying, and I said, you know, that's not a very good plan. I'll try to take it down instead. This boss fight, not a whole lot to it as far as I really know. I had one go at this already. Yeah, it's fast, alright. It's slippery devil. Avoid those. You're doing pretty good. Okay.
Aim for the cylindrical AI pod.
Shots in now. Yeah. The red thing. Gotcha. There it goes. Woo! It is fast. Let's see if we can go ahead and get some RPG shots in on it. Oh yeah, there's a good one. How about one more? How about one more? Come on. One more. Yes, sir. Woo! Oh man, that was close. So while we're fighting this thing, let me just go ahead and vent some frustration. I found out that my first 8 parts had an audio and video sync issue. Oh man, I tell you, I'm frustrated. It's always something, you know? It's always, whoa, dude, right in my face like that. You know, that's really what it is. Like, if you're gonna keep on making, oh man, I didn't want to do a roll right there. That's the true, like, question, whether you're gonna keep, you know, making Let's Plays and things like that. It's like, it's bad enough you're sinking your time into, like, doing this kind of stuff, but it's another to be, like, having to correct problems constantly, and it'd be one thing if it was just a little bit of editing here and there, but I don't know. Especially when something's like a hobby, it's like how much time do you want to put into it anyway, but I'm gonna keep doing it, don't you worry. And I really do enjoy the time I spend doing it. We got one more shot. But the frustrating thing is that really I could not really find a good way to fix the problem. I'm just gonna eat some machine gun shots. Ah, I didn't want to eat that though. Alright, so we need to go ahead and call in some, dude, Snake, you're just standing out in the middle of the field looking like an idiot.
Take those lightning rods out. They direct its electroshock attack.
Yeah, see, I want to get some RPG ammo for, like, near the end. Oh, good lord, Snake. You have to blow the hatch to get in there. It's kind of annoying to have to shoot them. Shoot one of these. Come on. Land already. Not really doing jack diddly to it. Did I avoid that? Oh no. Eat it. Eat it, Jeter. There's some baseball game that we used to play for the, I think it was Ryan Sandberg's Bases Loaded for the, oh! Wow. That looked like that really hurt me. Ryan Sandberg, Bases Loaded for the SNES. Oh. And there was a part where, like, where the crowd always sounded like they were saying, "Eat it, Jeter." Ugh, bastard. Alright, I do not have a lot of ammo left. should be enough to get it down and get the hatch open, I hope. Daggone. Well. No way. Okay, here we go.
Should be able to get in the AI pod.
This is weird. So like you have to totally go in here and like Matrix style deactivate this thing. See if I remember how to do this, because I probably don't. Ooh, that's bright on my eyes. It's blinding me.
Pull out all the AI's memory boards before the pod's ejected. The black memory boards are locked. Go after the boards with icons over them.
Okay.
You can unlock memory boards by destroying the mechanical components that they control. Any boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions according to the icons displayed over them.
This is so cool.
Go ahead and take whichever one
I
you
don't
want.
remember it like this. I'm just taking anything that I can get, buddy. I remember like not getting this done the first time or something.
No good. That one's broken.
Okay, I think I got them all. I can't remember if it like spits me out or what, but I think one time I honestly failed that. And it makes me sad to say that I did. Maybe not, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, it's almost like that scene from Ghost in the Shell. The Major's on that tank. Kinda, not really. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all.
That was an unmanned weapon. A prototype. I made it myself.
Who are you?
I work here. Well, used to, anyway. Name's Huey.
Really?
And who might you be? You don't look like one of those mercenaries.
Me. I'm an entomologist.
A fighting entomologist?
And
I
a
specialize in butterflies.
Liar.
Here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica. Morphos, maybe?
That's it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes into effect.
Says here Morphos aren't covered under the treaty.
Must have slipped my mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Anyway, long story short, I got away. So how about
That's so
it,
funny.
Did you make that?
I don't know, I love Snake's bad lying, you know? Just constant lies that aren't very good.
No.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Huh. Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist.
Yeah, what gave it away? The fact that I was flipping around, firing fucking RPGs at a, and just duking it out with an unmanned AI, and being great at it.
Project.
That's right. The thermonuclear warheads they brought in, the bases scattered throughout Costa Rica, the mercenaries, the AI weapons, the research we were conducting
Jesus,
here.
Huey looks like a
It's
zombie.
all for this. We used this facility to develop unmanned weapons.
Unmanned.
Robots. The one you just fought was a Pupa. There's also a flying type called Chrysalis and a treaded type, the Cocoon. Motor control, target detection, tracking, attack, capture, and transport functions are all controlled by an electronic
Cocoon
brain.
looks like just like a bigger version of the
No
pupa.
need for a human pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Why build them here?
For the CIA. They invited me here a year ago.
That's who that guy was.
CIA's station chief for Central America. Goes by the name of Hot Coldman. Apparently he was some sort of hero back at the height of the Cold War. He's the one running the show. We called it the Peace Walker Project.
Peace Walker.
They're going to deploy a new type of nuclear weapon along the Caribbean coast of Latin America. A mobile, unmanned nuclear platform.
Unmanned nuclear platform.
A failed deadly system that can automatically move into position and launch a retaliatory nuclear strike. It can move on its own, and stealth shields it from
Look at all those
radar and
navis
satellite
on the
detection,
screen.
drastically reducing the risk of it being destroyed in a preemptive strike.
And this is the new deterrent.
Supposed to be. The problem is the locomotion system. There's no dry season in the Caribbean. It rains all year round. The terrain is full of tropical rainforest. A lot of the time you can't even build a proper road. So I went back to where it all started.
What's that?
Legs. Walking power. A mobile launcher carrying a thermonuclear warhead even more powerful than the Soviet RDS-220s. That's Peace Walker.
Chico's Basilisco.
We did the assembly and field testing here.
A walking nuke.
I sort of borrowed the original idea from behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, you did.
Link between infantry and artillery. Metal Gear.
From Grannon. He's the guy that had the idea.
But they'd actually need to deploy dozens of them. Coldman needs funding for that. And to get it, he's planning a test, which will also serve as a demonstration for the folks back at Langley.
Wait, he's launching a nuke to prove that his perfect deterrent works?
In his words, to prove that if someone attacks us, we will strike back. Put simply, nuclear
The guy's got
deterrence
logic
is
on
the
his side,
idea of
man.
using nukes to keep nukes in check. If one side launches nuclear weapons, the other is sure to launch theirs in retaliation, which makes launching an act of suicide. In the end, neither side can
Just
lose
like
its
war
rights.
games.
It's thanks to this doctrine that the world's two superpowers have avoided all-out confrontation. Nuclear deterrence has brought us peace. At the very least, it's prevented another world war from breaking out. But the theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee that either side would follow through with retaliation. There's the chance that a preemptive strike could destroy all the missile bases, render them unable to retaliate. But the biggest flaw in the theory is that the decision to retaliate has to be made by human beings. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say Country X
Starting
launches
to
first
sound
against Country Y. If
pretty
the people in charge
similar.
of Country Y are like you and me, they're not going to be able to
Matthew
retaliate.
Broderick.
They're effectively ending all human life.
So then the weak link in nuclear deterrence theory is the uncertainty of retaliation.
Bingo. And that creates a loophole Country X can exploit to launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system to be unmanned. With Peace Walker, retaliation is certain. It chooses the appropriate target and launches a retaliatory nuclear strike every time, without needing human input to make the call. Launching a nuclear strike against Peace Walker is tantamount to pushing the launch button against yourself. It closes the loophole in nuclear deterrence theory, rendering our friends in Country X completely unable to launch. What Coldman is saying is that to
That's some
achieve
brilliant
this
shit
goal,
right there,
we
man.
need to demonstrate that retaliation will be carried out by a machine. He will launch his nuke. And then his version of deterrence will be complete.
And you believe him?
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence.
Why?
My father worked on the Manhattan Project. He put his whole life into that research. And all it created was this illusion of peace called deterrence. And then I was born, unable to walk. I had no choice but
Quit
to
whining.
face up to the nukes. But if they do end up launching, it'll all have been for nothing. They've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
To a base near the border. The final test is 5 days from now.
Where's the base?
I really enjoy watching the story
gonna
unfold
stop
in this
them?
comic book style, man. I really do. It's
It's
great.
kind of a hike. Besides, there's a surefire way to halt the project. You see, Peace Walker isn't quite finished yet.
What do you mean?
It's missing one last critical structural component. The AI. Its brain. The reptile pod, the electronic brain I was working on, can only follow commands like, go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in place of a human decision maker. It needs something to analyze the huge volumes of data coming in and select an appropriate target for retaliation. Hence, it needs the high-level decision-making ability of a cerebrum.
A mechanical cerebrum.
The hardware configuration is modeled on the human brain, similar to the pod I worked on, but its role is completely different.
Where's it being made?
A research lab to the north. An AI expert named Dr. Strangelove is developing. Very hush-hush.
The Strangelove.
Strangelove was recruited from the States, too. In the field of AI, there's no one better, that's for sure. But man, what a basket case. She hates everybody. Go to the lab and destroy Peace Walker's cerebrum. I'm pretty sure they haven't finished the final calibrations yet. I'll lend you my ID card. It'll get you through security at the lab.
Is it a PAN card?
And one more thing.
Damn it.
What's this? A letter of recommendation?
Yeah, it's from me to Dr. Strangelove.
It's a Valentine.
Okay?
So what will you do now?
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
Not so fast.
Might as well take up religion.
Our place is outer heaven. You'd fit right in.
Outer heaven?
Yeah.
I'm probably better suited to something like that than this paradise.
Good. You get a free balloon trip for signing up. Enjoy it. You'll feel like a butterfly.
You're an agent, right? Who do you work for?
Me. I was a Cold War tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore, so they cut me loose. I don't answer to anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake. That name seems familiar somehow.
That's probably just deja vu.
You see that there? Beyond the cloud forest? See those ruins?
Yeah.
That's where
It's
you
really
find
fucking
Dr.
far
Strangelove's
away. Jesus. You know, despite this being an excellent game for the PSP, it could have made it even like... she's could have made a great game like Metal Gear Solid 3 if it had that kind of scale. Traversing through the jungles and all that stuff, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm completely happy with it the way it is. I think it's a fantastic game. I think it's overlooked too. I mean, of course, your Metal Gear fans are gonna know about it and gonna like it, but
Snake, the doctor's safe here with us.
Huey, how are you feeling?
Never better. This is quite the pad you've got here, boss. I'm impressed.
Call me Snake.
Whatever you say. Like it or not, everyone here calls you boss. By the way, if you're
hear that giggle?
by all means, assign me to the R&D section. I'm pretty sure I'll be of some use. Once we have the necessary materials and blueprints, we can start work on that bipedal mech.
I appreciate that, but are you sure you're okay with having your work used for war?
I'll be using it to keep past mistakes in check. If I can help thwart the Peace Walker project, I'm happy to do it.
Deterrence theory, Huey style, huh?
Anyway, if you need any intel on the enemy's weapons or electronic brains, contact me. I've been given my own frequency.
Sounds good to me, Doc. I'll do that.
Good. Whatever the means, you must...
I can
put a
use
stop to their
frequencies?
plans.
I didn't even know I could. Whatever. Alright, hot dog. Well, we will...
You mind if we powwow for a sec?
What now?
I guess.
MSF brand rations.
Actually, that sounds... No. With all the men we have now, it may be time we started sending some of them to other countries.
You mean dispatching marks?
How else are we going to keep feeding the crew we have?
I know.
goes really well. We might even get new recruits, weapon design specs, or leads on new missions. We can deploy any vehicles or large-scale weapons in our arsenal as well.
And if things don't go really well?
Yeah, we could lose men. I won't try and force you. You're the one calling the shots here, boss.
Oh, that's damn right. Damn right. Alright, well, next time we will traverse on to the lab of Dr. Strangelove. So until then, stay